Hey guys, how's it going? Big update today. The tensioner is finally on and the belt is tensioned. I gotta make a couple of adjustments on the tensioner, but works. So after the tensioner, then just gotta finish wiring the pump, and that's it for the tensioner system. For the rest of the build, I ordered P2R fuel rails, which I hope they will be coming in on Tuesday if they ship them out tomorrow. Um, I put on this manifold so I could start the car and see how it was idling and how it's working. I do have to tune in the idle and then cranking fuel, but for now it's fine. So yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of tuning, but it's in the process. For the fuel system, I found a leak. At first, I wasn't building pressure. But I posted on Facebook. I wasn't getting pressure on the fuel system, so I started looking around and seeing the hoses, making sure everything was connected properly. And so one thing I found is that, hold on. Wait a second. Okay, so there were two things wrong with the fuel system. One is that I was trying to use the fuel pressure regulator as a deadhead fuel pressure system, which means that it connects to the rails. It works as before the rails is connected to the fuel system and then feeds the rails, and then return goes to the pump. But this fuel pressure regulator is actually designed to work as a return system. And so what this means is that I have to use this after the rails. And then this is gonna bleed the pressure that is left over from the pump. And that's how it's supposed to work. And so I had to order the P2R rails. I hope they will be here on Tuesday. After that, I also noticed another thing. So these fittings, they are orb fittings, and so I was trying to connect, and I actually had them connected to PTFE lines, which I had made myself, and so I didn't know that you shouldn't install a O-ring on PTFE lines, and so I had an O-ring installed, and I'm guessing that was the cause of the leak, because it wasn't leaking fuel, it was leaking pressure, if that makes sense. Like it didn't have like an actual leak on it. And so when I removed the O-rings, I couldn't get the seals to actually tighten up, and they started actually leaking. And so I had to order PTFE, I mean AN plugs for this, and they should also be coming in on Tuesday. So that is the probable cause for the leak. And so once that's fixed, I'm guessing I won't have any issues. I'm gonna be running at 43.5 psi, which a lot of people said online that this system is actually supposed to run on 4 psi. Like Facebook, people from Facebook said that it's supposed to run on 4 psi, but online and also on the tuning computer, it says that. So on the computer it says 51 something psi, that is supposed to be the stock pressure for the system, but online it says 43.5. And the injectors that I got, they are actually 1200 cc at 43.5 psi. So I'm gonna be running 43.5 psi. Maybe it's not what everybody is running, maybe it's not what I'm supposed to be running, but that's what the injectors are designed to do. That's how much they're rated for. They could do more. I could set them up for 58 psi, which is what some people say that I should be running this side, and then I will have like 1500 cc injectors or 14 whatever. Still, I'm gonna be running 43.5. So I just gotta get the fuel system, the hoses and everything that I need. I ended up plugging this already since I'm not gonna be using it. And so the way that I'm gonna route it is that I'm gonna have the feed come to this to the front rail feed over here, go to the rear rail, and then return to the fuel pressure regulator. The lines are long enough to do that, so that's a good thing. I made them a little bit extra long just in case I needed extra space, and so I ended up needing it. This is great. And so yeah, this is gonna be done today. I'm super happy. I'm finally seeing progress on the build. I'm super happy, super excited about this whole thing. I'm going to do some more work on the bracket so it can fit a little bit better, but overall it's pretty good, gotta say. No complaints. So yeah, let me know, guys, if you have any questions. So for this system, I know that some of you were interested, and again, this is a tensioner from a 2011 Acura TL. They come without the power steering. At least some models do, apparently. And so that's a tensioner for that. The belt, the same. I'm running AC, so you guys don't lose AC if you do the swap. And yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna cut it there. And so, gotta tighten this. Okay. Yeah. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm gonna raise the turbo a little bit just to make sure that it's not. There's no chances that it's gonna be sucking in water, and also gonna put a hydrophobic filter on it. The same hydrophobic filter that I was running on my cold air intake, which was routed to the bumper, obviously. And so I don't foresee any issues with that. Anyways, let me know, guys, if you have any questions or concerns, or if you want some ideas, or well, not ideas, or like you want like more information on your builds. I can also make some of these parts for you guys and customize them so you can use them as well. The kit that I was gonna offer, I guess I'm gonna have to include the belt and the tensioner because they need to be modified. Well, not the belt. The belt can be run as is, but the tensioner does need to be modified and also needs a bracket to fit. And everything else is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And so yeah. All right, guys. Peace.